Whew, y'all truly are not prepared for this one. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Or if you're new here, welcome. I'm the Wolfman. I had a privilege on Sunday to see early, like 3 days early, 4 days early, somewhere around there, the new Dune Part 2. This is like my most anticipated movie of the year, or at least one of my most anticipated movies of the year. Yeah, I think it was like number one. This was the sequel to the highly acclaimed Dune that won a bunch of Oscars, got a bunch of awards, got a bunch of love from critics and audiences alike. And this is the sequel to that, the second part that's going to like wrap it all up and finish it, or does it? And I'm going to talk about the movie here in spoiler-free detail. Now, I will be doing a spoiler discussion later over the weekend on the channel, but this is going to be completely spoiler-free, meaning no spoilers. You guys can see this before you go see the movie this weekend, and all that. You can go watch this review. So, I didn't want to do this immediately after I watched it because, as you all know, coming out of my theater reaction, I was glowing, like majorly. I was saying how this might be like the best blockbuster of the 21st century, might be like the best sci-fi movie of the 21st century. So I was like, okay, I need to let myself simmer down. I need to sleep on it, wake up, give you guys my review. And now I'm here giving you guys a review. And I'm still going to say the same thing. This might be the best sci-fi movie of the 21st century. This might be, this is the best blockbuster of the decade so far. This like decade, the 2020s. This, obviously, it's the best film of the year. But if any film surpasses, like, not if any film, but if 10 films surpass this and bumps it out of my top 10 of the year, I will hail 2024 as the greatest year in cinema history. That is how good this movie is, folks. Y'all have no idea what you're getting into. Like, this is, I mentioned it earlier, but like, in my out of theater reaction, boomers, y'all have The Empire Strikes Back. That's why I'm wearing the shirt. Millennials, y'all have The Two Towers. Gen Z, Gen XYZ, whatever new terms are out there, y'all have Dune Part 2. This movie, I'm at a loss for words. It's a masterpiece. It transcends what sci-fi filmmaking can do. This completely took my breath away. Like, it was almost like a religious experience in a way. Like, something spiritually was coming over me when I was watching this movie, which was ironic because it deals a lot with spirituality. It deals a lot with faith and all that stuff. But it's just like, Denis Villeneuve proved himself as one of the best directors working today. And this is his magnum opus. Like, I did not think that something like this was possible today. Like, from a visual standpoint, the visual effects are jaw-dropping. They're out of this world. Might be the greatest visual effects I've seen in a movie in my entire life, like, ever. The sound design. So I saw this in IMAX. If you guys go see this movie, make sure you see it in IMAX with like on a huge screen with the loudest sound possible. That's the way he intended for you to watch this. It was shot in IMAX. He wants you to see it that way. So go see it that way, folks. Y'all are not going to be disappointed. But the sound was like booming to the point that my chair was rumbling during like and you saw in the trailers, but during like the worm scene and stuff like that, like my entire chair was rumbling and like my heart was shaking and everything in my body was shaking. The score in this, Hans Zimmer is the GOAT, man. He's the GOAT, but like he one ups himself even more here. He manages to make an all timer score where it's just, it riles you up, fills you with emotion, gets your heart pumping. It's just, it was an iconic score through and through. And the cinematography, Greg Fraser, honestly, he's becoming one of my favorite cinematographers between the Batman, Dune Part 1, Dune Part 2 with the creator, all these great movies. Like, he's becoming one of my favorite cinematographers. And he's like, just his name alone now is enough to sell me on a movie. Every shot of this film is excellent. There's a scene where, like, there's some stuff that they do with, I'm not going to get into it here, but there's some stuff that they do with black and white in this movie. That's exceptional. Like, I didn't, like, that was just so well done. The way it's shot, the way it's crisp, and like the crisp, beautiful colors, like Dolby Atmos, where it's like really great projection, or IMAX with like great projection and sound, like any of those formats. Like, that's the way to see this film, folks. And the directing, of course, from Denis is excellent. All the performances here, of course, the ones that we know of, Timothée Chalamet, the man who played Wonka, for Pete's sake, is giving one of his most layered and profound performances here. And then also, of course, Zendaya, who's also like a co-lead with him in this time around. She is pretty much almost steals the show. She's excellent. Rebecca Ferguson's great in this movie. Javier Bardem is actually really funny. He's really, really funny in this movie. He has a lot of great humor in this. Josh Brolin is excellent. Florence Pugh, more of a shorter role, but she's still really good. Christopher Walken, very short role, but he's really good. He was one of my favorite characters. Lea Seydoux, she's not in it long. Don't expect Anya Taylor-Joy to be in here that long either. Dave Bautista, of course. He was awesome. There was, oh yeah, the one I really want to talk about, and of course, Stellan Skarsgård is the Baron. He's great, but the one I really want to talk about is Austin Butler as Feyd-Rautha. Like, this is a different side to Austin Butler that I've never seen before, and boy, did it work. Like, this was, he's terrifying. He's just so convincing. He gets you just scared, and gets under your skin. Like, it's really, really, really well done. So all the stack cast here is great, but like, I'm at a loss for words, because it completely, this changes the game, guys. This is such a new bar. Like, it is one of the most thrilling, epic, profound, and otherworldly experiences I've ever witnessed. So, I don't know if y'all know this, but there's like that thing in movies where like you're watching a movie and something clicks. It's in your mind. It's like something just clicks, where you realize you're watching one of the greatest movies of all time. I had that click during this movie. This might be one of the greatest movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, cinema's alive, folks. Like, it's alive, it's thriving, it's better than ever. It is, if he's making a Dune 3, and if it's going to be as good as this might be the best trilogy. Like, this, or at least up there with the Lord of the Rings trilogy, is one of the best trilogies. Like, guys, this is, I want to give you guys a proper review, but like my spoiler review, I want to talk deeper into this. I can't really talk a whole lot about this right now in non-spoiler detail. I can just tell you what I loved, which is like the visual effects, the sound design, the cinematography, all of that stuff, all the technical aspects. The way that he was able to adapt this novel and do it in a way that everyone can enjoy. I watched this in a packed theater and everyone erupted in applause at the end. Everyone gets something out of this movie. And it's truly the new sci-fi masterpiece for this generation. Like Christopher Nolan has compared it to Empire Strikes Back, and I think it's very true. So, like, man, I'm trying to see if there's anything I mentioned. I mean, the makeup in this, of course, it's as good as we saw last time. Production design, the costuming here, just every frame of this, every single bit of it, like, is art. When they say movies are magic, this is what they mean. This is what they mean when they say movies are magic. It transports you to another world that you never want to leave. This is an escape from our reality being brought into a whole new one. And you're just invested. This movie is 2 hours and 46 minutes. And I could have literally sat there for 3 hours and never noticed. I could have sat there for 3 hours, never noticed. I was so immersed in this movie that I would have been happy with this being 3.5 hours, however longer they wanted to make it. I would have been able to watch it all day if I had to. Like, I would have not have gotten sick of it. I don't know. I don't know how they managed to pull this off. This this absolute feat in monumental filmmaking. Like, I'm left stunned, guys. I fell in love with cinema all over again. It reminded me of the time that, like, I sat there in a theater when I was a young little kid seeing Return of the King in a theater. And that was the time I, like, fell in love with cinema, you know? Just what cinema can bring, like, just how epic in scope it can be, how it can be so enriched in world building and storytelling and just characters and all that stuff. Like, and now this to come out and give that same effect. It's just it's brilliant, guys. This is I really cannot wait to talk about this in spoiler detail with you, because there's a lot I want to say here. I know I can't say it yet, but I will say it whenever I do a spoiler review for you guys this weekend. But definitely rush out to your local theater to see Dune Part 2. If you loved Dune Part 1, you're going to love Dune Part 2. If you didn't love Dune Part 1, I still think you'll at least appreciate or like Dune Part 2 because it's a lot more action heavy than the first one is. And it's a lot more, like, grand and has a lot of, scale to it and such. So I think either way, there's something for people to enjoy. I know it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, but most people are going to love this. This is, like, it's one of the greatest movies of all time. So that's my glowing review. Make sure that you go see this movie and then let me know what you think. Do y'all agree with me? Are y'all just glowing? Did y'all not like it? Do you like Part 1 better? Do you like Part 2 better? Let me know down in the comments below. I'll be interested to hear your thoughts. There's a lot more I want to mention with this movie, guys. And I know I kind of rambled. I know I kind of repeated myself, just saying how much it was a masterpiece and how much all that stuff. But like, I have a lot more to say, but I want to save it for the spoiler discussion. I will say the chemistry between Zendaya, by the way, and Timothée Chalamet was really, really good. And this, the world building here, it's like, and the politics of it all, like just managed to encapsulate me in every detail of it. So yeah, guys, it is absolutely well worth the wait, well worth the hype. I was worried this was going to be overhyped for me because I heard all these people saying, "Oh, one of the greatest movies of all time. Oh, this is like a new bar in sci-fi filmmaking. This is best blockbuster of the 21st century and stuff." And I heard all these people say this, so I thought I was going to get overhyped. But now I'm the one that is potentially overhyping it for you guys watching this review. It's that good, guys. Like, it is that good. Like, wow. Like, I literally sat there after everyone applauded. I sat there through the entire credits, stunned. And then as soon as the credits were over, I took a deep breath in and out. And I was like, wow. Like, full on. That's what I said. Because like it helped me to realize just film is art. It is completely and utterly art. And this is masterful art. Denis Villeneuve, you are a genius, my friend, and you're just I can't wait to see whatever he does next. So long live cinema, as Denis Villeneuve says. So yeah, guys, definitely check out Dune Part 2. Let me know your thoughts down below. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and that like button so that you can see Dune Part or so you can see the Dune Part 2 spoiler discussion that I'll be doing this weekend. Also, might do a commentary with like my team here at Mega Movies. Might do a commentary on Dune Part 1, so you guys can check that out. Very excited for that as well. But that'll be on Thursday. And then this video should be uploaded by either tonight or tomorrow, one of those 2 days. We'll see it because I do have to wake up early. Maybe will most likely be up Tuesday. So Tuesday is when you guys will be seeing this video, and then we'll do spoiler reviews for you guys. So yeah, guys, please go see Dune 2 and see it in the theater. Don't wait till it's on streaming. Don't wait till it's at home. Just go see it in theater. Like, seriously, it's worth the time. It's worth the money. You won't regret it. Okay, trust me. That'll be it for this review. I will see you all in the next one. And until next time, stay classy, my friends, and keep on watching those movies.